Sometimes, most of the times actually, when people start a show, most of the times, it's not the first episode. Sometimes you're unaware of a show, especially back in the day. When you see a show airing and you just watch it, most times it's towards the end or in the middle, and you're intrigued by it, and you want to know what the show's about, so you try to find out the schedule, and then you watch the show every week or when it's scheduled during TV time. Now, these days, we're able to catch shows on the first premiere and be a fan of them for a long periods of time. That is the blessing of today's technology, how we can stay up to date on things. We know it's going to come out, what time, and where to watch it. And there's so many ways you can watch it now. I'm saying this because this is the first episode of Shaman King I have seen back in the day. It was the one about Takogero and Ryu. This was the first episode, and I remember it just like the back of my hand, even from the chapters as well. You know, it really intrigued me how this, of all the episodes, this one stays in my mind the most. For some reason, like, I knew what was going to happen scene from scene. I just knew, and that amuses me in a way, like, I can't believe I know what's going to happen so clearly. Like, wow. I kind of like, wow, this is one of the most important. Why is this so important on my mind? I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the nostalgia of what got me into Shaman King in the first place as a kid. Watching on 4Kids or the Fox Box, it was called back in the day. Anyways, best place, man. What is a best place? A best place to me, a thing or someone, or even a place. A place where heart can be at ease, or whatever. It's whatever you want it to be. The home is where the heart is. That's what it's all about. And our man Ryu has been looking for that. It seems like no matter what happens, things just keep getting in his way. Some of it could be partially his fault, or some could be just some very, very bad coincidences that just keep happening to him. Even when he finds a lady on the street, turns out she's already engaged to someone else. And that someone, or the person is someone who kicked him out of their other place, Yo Asakura. But he's just having a bad time all around. And anytime on Yo's place, he has this big house, and they're renting it for 1,000 yen. 1,000 yen is pretty cheap, actually. So, the fact that they pay 1,000 yen a month for this big place and stuff is just very interesting. But it turns out the place is haunted. Now, technically, if Yo and Anna were normal people, this would be a very good haunted horror movie kind of thing. They buy this place with tons of ghosts inside of it, and they're all scared out of their mind. But however, they're very talented shaman, so these ghosts can't really harm them. And that's mainly because they get along with Yo, and they probably fear Anna. Especially they fear Anna. And because of that, it's a lot easier. It's very convenient for them. Rent's cheap, and you don't do much. So it's a dream place, man. Imagine if you had powers to really fight against ghosts, the strongest of ghosts. Heck, even demons, you would say. And you find a very cheap big house, but it's haunted. Everyone says it's haunted, but you stay there, and everyone knows it's haunted. For that, you can stay there for many years, and people are like, "Whoa, this is a person. This person's been in this house for years, and he's okay compared to everybody else." That would be pretty cool. So not only you have a nice cheap place, but you have his name as the bravest, coolest person in town. This dude had got to stay in his very haunted house, and nothing happens to him. He's living his best life. That would be cool. Now, with that being said, getting back on the story, Ryu gets possessed by Takogero. Now, Takogero is, once again, with Yo's philosophy of how those who see ghosts can be bad people, or all souls have a chance to be redeemed. And it's his philosophy. And it could have worked, even for people who have killed. There's all perspectives when it comes to murdering someone. Takogero May was a bandit, but at the same time, he was someone who only fought and killed to survive. They were born into a very harsh period of time in Japan, where there's a lot of poverty and sickness. people would die at extremely young ages and stuff. So that's why back in the day, you would get married and bear children at a young age and stuff. But now, in these days, the age of convenience, where people can live long, really long time, the age of marriage and conceiving children grew up. Not for morality, as people think it is, but more of keeping down the population, I would say. Anyways, Amir also grew up around this time, where him and his best friend were pretty much raising each other among these children, and Miramar was the guardian, so his best friend wanted to create a sword for him, the best sword from his father's keepsake. So one day Miramar will be the greatest swordsman ever. So, and it'll be his sword that'll be in that name, that legend, which ironically did, but not in the way they hope it would go. You see, it's always ironic how you'll reach your goals, but not in the way you expect it to go. Most of the times, people reach their goals in a way where they wouldn't want to reach them. That's the irony of life. It determines how far do you want to go to reach that goal in the end of the day. But anyways, it shows how the paths intertwine, where Miramaro one day slown Tokogero, and Tokogero been seeking revenge. And the reason why he's seeking revenge is his philosophy. Miramaro kills, I guess for the sake of the Lord, while Tokogero was killing to survive. Even to his backstory, where he actually ate the flesh of his mother. And his mother named him Tokogero as a lizard, so he would do any means to survive no matter what. So Tokogero dying in a way was his mother's life being in vain. Which ironic with the thing of the mothers and the parents. This would be a very recurring theme a lot in Shaman King, believe it or not, when it comes to the parents and their ideal of love of parent and child. It'll be a giant occurrence throughout the entire show, believe it or not. You'll be surprised how many characters choose what path they lie down because of what happens to their parents. It's a recurring thing. I feel like a lot of people who even watched and read Shaman King probably looked over, because I have yet seen no one in any video talked about it, really. Only individually as it happened to a certain person, but as a whole, that probably the author is trying to say something here. Well, anyways, so Yo went to test his theory by allowing Tokogero to possess him. So Tokogero realized this sort of kindness, of friendship and stuff. And of course, he did possess him, and of course, seeing Anna. For very few times you'll see Anna cry. To the point Mata is looking at her like, "You can cry? You can cry?" So yeah, seeing Anna cry was something you expect to see, especially this early. You thought you'd see her like something early, but I think it's best they did that, portray her character that she's not just this cold, mean person. She has feelings too, but she would rather take things the cold way, so that the things precious to her won't get taken away. That's how I think about Anna's character. And in the day, Tokogero realized what he was doing was wrong, and he let go of Yo, and then Ryu also came to his senses. Of course, this episode still not over, where Yo had to give him back the wooden sword and what to do with the broken sword that Miromaru's best friend given to him. And of course, the shaman fight is on its way. We just don't know when, but it's coming soon, people, so brace yourselves. And that's where I'm going to end it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit this bell icon. This has the background on anime. Signing out.